What is going on, DGBA community? My name is Brandon, and I'm here to represent the DGBA Council in presenting to you our off-season tour now that Aspire has finally concluded. And for this off-season tour, the DGBA is running back the counter-team format tournament. So, if you remember the last time we did this, which was at the end of Generation 7, or if you are familiar with how League of Legends handles their esports events, you might have a good idea of how this format might shake out, but I know there's going to be a lot of people who have no idea what I'm talking about right now. So the point of this hopefully brief video is to show you exactly how it will play out in practice, starting with probably the biggest change, I guess mentally for most Draft League players, which is that this is a pick-ban format as opposed to a traditional draft format. So if after I explain all of this it's still confusing, don't worry, we're going to go over a sample pick-ban process after this. So yeah, it's exactly how it says on screen. Players will meet up with each of their opponents to draft a team in a pick-ban style, in which pick-ban order will be randomized. Players start with banning 3 Pokemon each in a snake style format, totaling 6 bans, and then afterwards players will then draft 3 Pokemon to then use also in snake like format. So the first 3 Pokemon you select, if you look at section 3 of this, the first 3 you pick are Pokemon that are being banned as opposed to being able to be drafted. So these are Pokemon that you just you think are too good and you don't want to play against, or just something personal that you don't want to play against, and you can just ban them. And then after those 3, then you'll each pick 3 Pokemon that you will actually get to use in your game. And then after these picks, another ban phase will happen where players will ban 2 additional Pokemon in snake style again, and then there's going to be one final pick phase where the last 3 Pokemon that each of you pick will be able to actually be used in the game. So I know that was a lot of rambling, but luckily we do have a sample that I'm going to go over right now. So starting with player 1 on the left and player 2 on the right, I'm just going to call this left side and right side from now on, just because that was how during the testing processes that was just what we ended up calling it. So at the start of this, player 1 gets to ban first. So left side will ban first, and they decide to ban Zeraora. And then player 2, or the right side, will then ban Landorus Therian, and because it's snake style, the right side gets to ban once again, so they also decide to ban Zygarde because they don't want to play against it. And then snake style bans again. Player 1 bans Megalophony and Torrentee, and then the last ban of the first section is Toxapex. And then we finally get to the first pick of the Pokemon that are actually going to be used, in which the left side will draft Tapu Koko here. And then after that, of course, player 2 will be able to draft something. They pick Clefable in this case, and then because again it is a snake format, they'll get to draft Mega Garchomp. And then again, snake style, snakes shouldn't be anything new. Mega Medicham and into Gengar, and then the left side will pick Ferrothorn. Now, in this section is where it gets slightly different, and kind of how it slightly differs from last season. In the second ban section, player 2 will actually get to ban first. So they decide to ban Excadrill, and then Greninja and Rotom Wash will get banned at the same time on the left side, because again, it's always in snake format. And then the last ban will be Gliscor from the right side. And then in the final pick phase, once again, the left side will get to pick first, in which case they decide to take Celesteela. The right side decides to take Thundurus and Slowbro together, and then the left side will take Swampert and Rillaboom together, and then on the right side, which gets the final pick, they will take Cinderace. So this is the example, and this example will be on the doc. Hopefully the doc is out by the time this video airs, but there's a chance that it isn't, so you have to wait until then. However, on the doc, in the pool templates, there will be this section over here, which is how it will actually look on the dock when you are picking and banning. And we've taken the liberty of just putting the numbers in for the actual slots. So of course, when you're actually building, it's a lot easier just to see the 6 Pokemon that are being used on each team up top, and the bans will be at the bottom. But we do have the numbers here to show you exactly which order things are going to be picked in. So the first round of banning happens here, second round, third round. And then after this number 6, you go to number 7, which is the first round of picks, and then so on and so forth, and hopefully you can follow the numbers along. So, talking about tournament format and deadlines. So signups will close on May 20th, and we're going to be capping it at 64 players. Pools will start the following day and will conclude on May 30th, with the draft deadline being May 26th, and with 4 players in each pool and top 2 making it into bracket phase. I know this seems like a lot, having 3 games in only 1 week. However, it honestly isn't that bad, only because you're able to know exactly what 6 Pokemon your opponent is going to have. They will know exactly what 6 Pokemon you will have. And honestly, it's not out of the question to just like immediately after you draft to just build and play right away if you really want to. But like sometimes that time just doesn't permit. So we do have the deadline of May 26th to complete all the drafts, and then up to May 30th to actually get the battles done. And then finally, we have a timeline for the bracket phase, with May 31st to June 5th being top 32, the 6th to 9th top 16, 10th to 13th top 8, 14th to 17th top 4, and then the finals will be slated somewhere between the 18th and the 20th depending on availability of the players. Hello, post-recording Brandon here, letting you know that I forgot something we decided to add right before I recorded this video, which is that we will be offering a prize of 1 month of Discord Nitro to the winner of this tour. You know, just something to add a little more hype to this event. So yeah, that is the DGBA counter team format. I hope you're all excited to try something a little more refreshing compared to what we've all been experiencing in traditional draft right now. It was just something we wanted to try to shake it up, and yeah, we're excited to bring it to you all. So yeah, keep your eyes out for whenever the doc drops if it already hasn't, and yeah, get excited for playing some counter team format games.